Men vi hade en ambition att ändå gå ut och försöka spela fotboll och trycka på dem lite grann. Och jag tycker vår första halvlek är klart godkänd, utan tvekan. Lite jobbigt att de får 1-1 mål precis i 40-50 minuter och sen var det paus. Och det är klart att jag hade hellre sett att vi hade lätt med 1-0. Men så är det ibland. Sen tycker jag väl att de är tunga och vi får väl inget jättebra spel i andra halvlek. Det har varit mer försvara och sen när vi får en utvisning så var det väl egentligen att bara jobba för den här pinnen som vi hade med oss då, och vi krigar på ett jävla bra sätt. Så att jag är jättestolt över grabbarna och jag känner inte att vi har snott en poäng utav Hammarby, utan jag tycker att den var vi förtjänt av, för vi krigade hårt och Hammarby jobbade mycket med sina inlägg och det är klart att de är tunga på det. Så att, men jag tycker vi gör en klart okej. Bra första halvlek, lite sämre andra halvlek. Fick inte upp bollen upp i plan och kunde inte etablera något spel, tycker jag.
I'm proud of our performance today. I think we started a little hesitant. Obviously, we couldn't settle the ball down. It was very hectic atmosphere in the first couple minutes. But I would say that we settled down. We started playing, and the effort was good. And the movement was much better. And I feel like we made one mistake maybe in the game. It was when we gave up the goal. I mean, one bad mistake. And, we gave up a goal, and let me see, what minute was it in? 39, and we scored 5 minutes later. So it was a great response from us right before halftime. And, that was good. That was good effort. Obviously, we became a little insecure after they scored, but to respond like that was excellent. In the second half, I thought, we weren't troubled really with their attack. Maybe one counter in the second half, but we dominated. We had chances. We had, that pressure forward. We pressed the ball really well after we lost it in their final third. And overall, I thought it was a performance to build on. Obviously, the result isn't something that we're happy with, but this is a performance that we can be proud of and we can move forward from, certainly.
The surface seemed awfully slippery out there.
Yeah.
What's your take on it? How did it affect the game?
Well, it was slippery for all 22 players, so I would say that it affected us all equally. But you're right. I mean, it was difficult. It's a hard surface. The top is hard, but slippery, so it's difficult for traction. And some of the choice of footwear maybe wasn't the best by the guys, but I can't blame any of the result on the pitch.
Timusela chose to play in the starting 11 today.
Yeah.
What was the difference that made you to play on the start today?
The difference?
Last game he was on the bench.
Yeah, no, it's a timing thing. I think that Timusela had an excellent week of training and he's been building his performance. He wasn't ready to play last week. We knew it. He knew it himself, and in my eyes, he had a good performance. He made obviously an error on the goal, but other than that, I thought he was good, and he gave some good crosses, and he got forward, and he settled into the game nicely, and that type of performance, I'm pleased with. I think that when we look from 2 weeks ago, it's definitely an improvement, and he's slowly getting his way.
Desara wasn't on the pitch from the start either, but he came on earlier in the second half, right?
Yes.
What kind of difference did he make for the game when he got in?
I think he had a good effect on the game, actually. I think he did. He can shoot, he can pass the ball, and I thought he helped. And one of you could say, okay, you can go with Lale or Bassar in this situation. He's normally a central player, but we wanted that person to come inside a little more and look to combine and look to shoot from distance. And in my eyes, he fit the bill in this case. And I think he had a good effect on the game, a definite positive effect. And Christopher was running out of gas, so at the 60th minute mark, I think it was okay.
You spoke earlier about how you managed to calm the game down a bit.
Yeah.
It seemed to me that Nick got more involved in the early build-up at like 30-40 minutes.
Yeah.
Was that down to positioning or tactical changes or just the way it happened?
No, we had some progressions that we wanted to work early in the game. We wanted to find the channels and we wanted to put pressure on that way. We felt like their fullbacks were going to come with our midfielders if our midfielders withdrew deep into midfield, and then we'd have space in the channel. So that was our plan. And, you know, sometimes when you give instructions, you know, that's all we think of then. And then every ball everyone gets is in the channel. So it just took us a couple minutes, I'd say maybe a quarter of an hour to really settle into the game and believe that we can play, you know, believe that we can use the space and we can switch field and we can play, you know, sideways passes in midfield. Everything doesn't have to be vertical in that case. So, you know, after that period we settled in nicely and started to move the ball much better.
Så du får några synpunkter på korten ni får?
Alltså det första kortet han får, det är ju lite konstigt. Det är ju en situation där han drar undan bollen innan nästan han har hunnit blåst. Och det är där han får för att han sparkar undan bollen. Sen det andra är väl, han säger själv att han inte rör han på andra. Men det ser ju ut så i alla fall, det kan man ju säga. Om inte annat så filmar han väl bra då. Och det är klart att då blir det lite tungt. Och det blir vi ännu tyngre när vi spelar med en gubbe kort. Va? Så att han gör den bedömningen. Jag tycker domaren är bra, det måste jag säga. Han klarar trycket härifrån Söderstadion. Det är inte alla som gör det. Så att han ska ha en eloge. Sen visst gör de också, det gör vi också.